Charlie, thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. Big fan of your podcast. So thanks for having me.
Yeah. Okay. Tell everyone. Well, I'm sure most people listening right now know exactly who you are and what you do, but tell everyone a little bit about your background, turning point, how you started this whole thing that is now a massive movement.
Well, thank you. I mean, I started Turning Point USA when I was 18 years old. I had no connections, no money, and no idea what I was doing. But I had this kind of crazy idea that young people could be conservative and that we needed to do more, that our generation didn't have to kind of fall in this radical leftist direction. The great irony is I never went to college, and to start a college movement, which has kind of been the fun kind of twist of this. And yeah, it's just grown now to 1,400 high school and college campuses.
Yeah.
We have an amazing team, tons of spirit, lots of energy, and just like really honestly, just really blessed and super thankful and lucky to have been able to have the success we've been able to have.
So you were 18 when you started it. How old are you now?
I'm 25 now.
25. So it's been about 7 years. Could you have imagined that it would grow this much and really this quickly relative to how long it typically takes these kinds of organizations to grow?
No, I didn't even know things could grow to be this big. You know, meaning I was just so naive. Naive's not the wrong word. I didn't know. Yeah, I wasn't worldly. Like I didn't know how organizations worked or budgets or staff or employees. But what's so beautiful about our country and what I'm fighting for is a kid with a dream can still succeed. And that's a uniquely American concept. It really is. That you have a vision, and you're going to make mistakes. You're going to have to take a risk. But large in part, if you have this good idea and you work really, really hard, you can show progress over a couple years. And that's a beautiful thing about our country that, you know, you and I are both working to preserve and protect, because not every country has that kind of guarantee where a young person can take a risk and then succeed.
Yeah. Were you raised conservative?
Mostly, yeah. I mean, I was raised center right. I was raised with really conservative values, but they never use the word conservative. And that's like I think a lot of people have this kind of upbringing where my dad would always just talk about how great of a country America is. My mom raised me as a Christian, but they'd vote Republican, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't part of our conversation. It wasn't like, now here's why you have to be a conservative. It was just, Charlie, you need to realize how great of a country we live in.
Yeah.
And those are all naturally conservative things now. Now, of course, my parents, like many other people, I think have become more involved in politics as our country has become more in jeopardy, honestly.
Yeah.
They're much more likely to say that they're conservatives today than they were 10 years ago. But I think if even for any parents listening to this, or, you know, new parents, like, you know, soon to be parents like yourself, just teach the values, teach the ideas. Forget about the political labels. Talk about American exceptionalism and faith and reverence and all these things.
Yeah.
And that will make such a bigger difference in someone's upbringing than just like, oh, this side is good and this side is bad.
Yeah. Because the fact of the matter is, these are conservative, almost partisan values nowadays. It used to be that patriotism and thinking of these things like America first and America is the greatest country in the world, a lot of people thought that on both sides of the aisle, but now it seems like that's almost strictly a conservative idea. And I really have the same story. My parents never really talked about being a Republican. I knew that they were. I knew that we liked George W. Bush. I knew after 9/11, we really revered him and all of this stuff. But they were entrepreneurs. They came from nothing. They always told me, you can do anything that you want to do. Kind of like what your parents told you, it sounds like. And that just always appealed to me. It never made sense that you would want bureaucrats controlling your life, or that you would want a limit or a cap on your success. And I think that's what I want to communicate to young people, is that is a huge part of what conservatism is. And young people do like freedom and flexibility and independence. So why do you think there has been, among so many people around our age, I'm a little older than you, why do you think that they can't connect the values of freedom and independence and flexibility, the things that they really like, with conservatism?
Well, I think, first of all, there's a massive misinformation campaign against conservatives starting in the education system and media. But Allie, I'm going to kind of just say a lot of students I think they want to change the world. I think they want to do what's right. A lot of students, I think most students do, at least the ones in politics. And the ones on the left, they've been told the best way that they can change the world is by giving government all this power and giving government all this authority over everyone, other people's lives. And first of all, that's just not true, but it's also just not logical when you think about it. And it's also not correct in the sense that the best way to improve anything is to first improve yourself, is to act more ethically, act more honestly, do the correct things. I fall short of this. Everyone does, right? Yeah. We as Christians believe you're always going to fall short of it. But you also believe you can be a better person over time. And if you do that, you'll actually make the world a better place. Believe it or not, I actually want to make the world a better place too. I want to be able to help people without having to sacrifice human freedom. Yeah. That conversation is one that Republicans and Democrats used to be able to have while both respecting the country. Yeah. Now I feel as if you can't have a conversation about healthcare unless it descends into, oh, this is a horrible country, like with Bernie Sanders. Yeah. How dare we not have this as a country? Right. We're a horrible place. Well, hold on. You can have this conversation logically and ethically without having to say that this whole place has been a mistake. Have we made mistakes? Yes. Is America a mistake? No. And so anyway, Allie, to put it long and short, students, they're the prime audience for utopian values because they want to believe in them. They really do.
There's a million things that I could talk to you about, socialism, Venezuela, all of that, but you'll just have to come back and we'll have another conversation. Okay. But I just really appreciate the work that he is doing for conservatism and how long he's been in this fight at such a young age. It's really crazy.